welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Daysha, aka School Psych Bay Dash, and today I am here with a travel vlog. Yes, this is my first ever travel vlog. So if I don't talk about everything that you guys want to hear today in my first travel vlog, please leave comments in the comment section and tell me what more you would like to hear, and I can definitely make a part 2 because traveling is something that I definitely like to do, and I have had my fair share of traveling adventures. So if you guys want to know more, please talk back to me, be nice, leave it in the comment section, and I will do a part 2 for you guys. But today I am going to be talking about my most recent vacation. Well, not my most recent, but my most recent out of the country or whatever vacation to Cancun. So me and 2 of my cousins traveled to Cancun over Thanksgiving break, and I'm going to do a travel vlog on that for you today. But before I get started, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell so that you can get notifications for when I upload new videos. And if you are not following me on TikTok, follow me on TikTok at School Psych Bay Dash, and there I will have more content for you guys. All things travel, lifestyle, hair, and everything else you guys would like to see, plus more. So let's get into it, you guys. So I have some notes because I don't want to leave out any of the juicy parts. So keep up, follow along, tune in, stay, here, stay present. And I got some information for you guys. So like I said, we traveled to Cancun 4 days, 3 nights, and we stayed at Villa del Palmar. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. It was not exactly in Cancun. It was kind of a little bit further out, maybe about 20 minutes from the central area of Cancun. So when we were pulling up, we were a little bit hesitant about where we were and the fact that we were so far away from the right center downtown area, because we had wanted to go downtown, do some shopping, go to what they call the first Senora Frogs and get into that nightlife. But our hotel had honestly everything you could imagine. So once we got there, we loved it so much we really didn't want to leave. To be honest, the hotel was all inclusive, so all the food, all the drinks you can have all day long. And when I say the food was good, it was good. So you guys will see some videos from some of the meals that we had, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Everything was fabulous, like remarkable. My only complaints was the steak at the steakhouse dinner restaurant we went to, but we followed that up with dinner at an Italian restaurant because yes, it was all inclusive. So we didn't like the steak dinner, so we left there and we went to this Italian restaurant, and the food was amazing. So if you guys are planning a trip to Cancun, Villa del Palmar is a good location if you don't mind being far out. The hotel was about $494 per person for 3 of us, and that was for the all-inclusive option. They did have cheaper options for the packages that were not all-inclusive, but in my opinion, all-inclusive is the way to go, especially when the hotel is as far out as it is. You want to be able to enjoy all the amenities, eat all day, drink all day, from sun up to sundown when you're on vacation. So I would suggest doing the all-inclusive option, definitely. So let's get into it. So we bought our flights through Spirit. The Spirit flights are about $211 round trip. We bought our flights 2 months prior to leaving for vacation. My suggestion is when you're flying, buy your flights about 2 to 3 months or more out from your trip. That's when you're going to get the best deals, especially when you're traveling outside of the country. Now, when you're doing local trips like maybe Houston, Atlanta, or something like that, maybe you don't have to plan to get cheaper flights that far out. But when you're going to be traveling outside the country, I suggest minimum 2 to 3 months ahead of time. I know people like to talk about how they don't like to take Spirit flights, but when you're taking a quick vacation, the flight was about 2 hours to Cancun. 2 hours isn't that bad on a Spirit flight. Other than that, I would not recommend Spirit if you're going to have a longer flight, maybe like 6 hours if we're going to like Las Vegas or something like that, or there's going to be a big time change. Maybe not. But the flight from Orlando, because I flew out of Orlando because I was home for the holidays. So I flew out of Orlando. From Orlando to Cancun, it's about 2 hours. So Spirit was perfect for us. I did not check a bag, so I didn't have all of those extra fees and things to worry about. I just had a carry-on bag. And the carry-on bag was extra, I think $35 if you pay for it in advance versus paying for it at the airport. I had planned to show you guys how I packed my bag. I had ordered some things from Shein, but they did not get here on time, so I wasn't able to show you guys that part. So that video will not be up. I ended up having to overnight me some swimsuits from Amazon to Orlando. So when I got there, they were all there and ready for me, and everything fit perfectly. So that did work out last minute. So I wasn't able to show you guys that part of the trip. Some other suggestions I would make for you guys as far as traveling is when you're going abroad, if you don't have to do a check bag, don't do a check bag. It will save you lots of money in the check-in process. And then also getting TSA pre-check. I had TSA pre-check is, I think, it lasts for a year. It's about $80. And with TSA pre-check, you don't have to take off your jackets, your belts. You don't have to take your electronics out of your bag, and you don't have to remove your shoes. With TSA pre-check, it saves you so much more time. So if you have TSA pre-check and then you don't check a bag, the process is quick, because you have to remember when you're going outside of the country or coming back in, you're going to have to go through customs. So you don't want to have to add any extra time if you don't have to. So I had TSA pre-check. I also did not check a bag, whereas my cousins did. And so I went through TSA pre-check, got breakfast, and sat down at the gate and waited for them because I was super hungry. Our flight was kind of early. And unbeknownst to us, our flight was 2 hours delayed. So I was thinking that we would have to rush, whereas our flight was delayed and we didn't have to rush at all. But anyway, their bags did end up being overweight. So they did have to pay anywhere from $50 to $100 to pay for that overweight fee. And I think the maximum your bag can be is 40 pounds, maybe, depending on the airline, 40 to 47 pounds. And they were over that. When you're going outside of the country, there's no need to pack a check bag. Well, for me anyway, I plan to wear bathing suits all day, cover-ups, little cute sundresses, little flimsy outfits with shorts and shirts, maybe like a cotton dress like this. And those are things that can fit in your bag that are lightweight, not heavy. They're not going to take up a lot of space if you know how to roll up your items in your bag appropriately. So my suggestion is to never check a bag, and if you can get TSA pre-check, it's about $80 for the year. It will save you a lot of time and you will not miss as many flights. So if you can do that, do that. Those are my 2 travel tips. So on our first day, like I said, our flight was 2 hours delayed, so we missed a lot of time traveling. So we didn't get to enjoy the first day as much as we would have. But when we got there, we checked in. It was a smooth process. We put our bags down and we immediately changed and went to go eat. Our first meal was so amazing. They have servers that come and pour your drinks for you, bring them to the table, like I said, because the drinks are all inclusive and they keep them coming. Our server suggested us the best shots that we could think of, the best drinks, the best of everything. And tips are included when you book the all-inclusive, but if you would like to tip them extra, you can. And we did choose to do that. It was 3 of us, so we would tip them anywhere from $20 to $30 per meal. And at the end of our trip, we just divided it amongst the 3 of us. So it really wasn't that much, even though we didn't have to do that. It's just, I feel like always a nice thing when you can tip people for their service, especially in countries where they don't make as much, or the service is just bomb and they deserve a tip. If the service is not good, then don't leave a tip. But our service was amazing at almost all the bars, all the restaurants. Everything was just amazing from day one. So on our first day, the only thing we really did was get drinks, and then we went out by the pool. There were 4 jacuzzis, I think 2 to 3 pools, and like a kiddie section. And then the hotel was also beachfront. So y'all, when I say there was never a dull moment, there was never a time where we were like, oh, it's so boring, we don't have anything to do. There was always something to do. So we ate, we went down by the pool, we took pictures, we had a good time. And then the next morning we ate breakfast again, drank, had brunch, did all of those fun things. And then we went on an excursion, me and my cousin. We booked an excursion through Explore Fuego, if I'm pronouncing it right. It was $98 for about 6 activities. So you could go rafting, you could go zip lining, you could do ATVs, swimming maybe, and a couple other things that I can't think of right now. So that excursion was definitely one to remember, and I don't want to say for good reasons. When it comes to a 10 out of 10, I would say that excursion was about a 7 out of 10. We were getting ready to go rafting, and my finger got stuck in between the raft and one of the rocks, trying to stabilize it so that my cousin could get on front. And I did end up losing a nail, a false nail, and my real nail came off on that excursion. So maybe that's why my opinion is a little bit skewed. And then also the weather was not the best on that day. The sun wasn't as shining and as bright as it could have been. So the water was kind of cold. It felt like spring water. And on the last, on our first activity we got in the water, we were like, okay, no, this is not for us. And we immediately got out. So we didn't even do that part of the activity. And I believe that was just like the swimming and rafting. You look for like different little things in the water. And we were just like, nah. So the first activity that we did end up doing after I broke my nail, well, that was the second activity, was rafting. We didn't end up going back to it after I broke my nail. We went zip lining, and zip lining was beautiful at night because you're zip lining over the trees in the rainforest. It's dark outside. Some of the zip lines had like fire coming around them, so it was amazing. The only downfall for the zip lining was that you had to climb all the way to the top to get to the zip line, whether that was stairs or just like these paved little like walkways that kept spiraling all the way up to the top. So by the time you got to the top, you were like tired. So I would say that was like a negative about the zip lining. It was a lot of like walking. Before, when I have done zip lining, when I went to Costa Rica, they had like these little things that like you sat in and they took you to the top of the mountains to where you would reach all of your zip lines. You weren't climbing to the top of the mountains or to the top of the zip line. Like they had a little thing that carried you up to the top. I can't remember the name of it right now. So that was kind of like ghetto to me, like, okay. And then the next thing that we did was the ATVs. So the ATVs were more so like golf cart type things. They were a little bit older. And then the roads that we did the ATVing on were not paved, so they were very bumpy. And it was very dark. There were no street lights because remember, we were in the middle of a forest. So it was kind of dangerous, but at the same time, if you're an adventure seeker like me, it was kind of fun. We went through like some caves on the different tracks and things like that. But I just would have wanted the ATVs to be a little bit more upgraded. They were kind of old. I would have liked to have, like they said, it was supposed to include fire. Like it was called like a fire ATV adventure. And that's why they suggest that you do it at night. So we were expecting to have like flames everywhere and for it to just be just very well lit, very theatrical. And it was not that. So that was kind of why I was like, if you go online and you look up Explore Fuego for Cancun, you will see all the videos and you will see what we were expecting versus what we got, because I'm going to show you guys what it looked like. I'm going to give you firsthand videos of our adventure on all those excursions at the end. So stay tuned and you'll see what we were looking for versus what we got. So yeah, that I would say overall it was about a 7 out of 10. I don't know that I would do it again. We were kind of sore after that activity because like I said, the roads are not paved. It was very rocky. It was basically dirt roads. And so we were kind of sore. So the next day we were supposed to do the camel activity, which were riding camels on the beach. It was about $95. We bought both. Explore Fuego we got off their website, but the camel activity we got off Expedia. But we ended up canceling it because it was our last day at the hotel. And we were kind of like, okay, this is all inclusive. We kind of wanted to enjoy the amenities of our hotel. I mean, there were 4 bars there, lots of huts, snack bars, and just different activities. They had yoga, like different trivia challenges. They had so many activities, volleyball, everything going on at our hotel, and we really hadn't had time to enjoy it because on the first day, like I said, our flight was extremely delayed, so we missed kind of what we were supposed to do on the first day. So we kind of just wanted to enjoy our hotel, so we did get a refund for the Expedia camel riding activity, and we enjoyed our hotel. We ended up doing jet skis, me and my cousin, and that was so much fun, but it was kind of like wild because the waves were kind of crazy that day. The wind was crazy. Like I said, it was not as bright and shiny because I guess the time of the year, the season that we went. So the waves were like crazy. So that was a fun adventure. So we did do that at our hotel. I think it was about $60 a piece for us to do the jet skis, and we enjoyed that, and it was a whole lot of fun. And we kind of just laid out in the sun for the rest of the day, drank, eat, all of those fun things. They had different people come out to the hotel. They had stands set up all over the place where if you wanted to buy different souvenirs, that was the time to do it right there on the hotel site. Like I said, you didn't need to do the hotel. You didn't need to leave the hotel for any reason at all. Also, if you're wondering about COVID, they did require that we have a COVID test before we entered into Mexico. And then we had to have a COVID test 48 to 72 hours before we left. So on our second day, they did schedule us to have that COVID test done at the hotel. I think it was about $35. So we didn't have to leave off site for that either. They gave you a time slot. You went there, you took your COVID test, and they gave you results via email like 2 hours later. So that was quick and easy. And I'm here. I've been back home for about 2 weeks. I did not catch COVID while there, but I am also fully vaccinated as well, and both of my cousins are too. So that's something that you're worried about. I would say just you can ease your mind a little bit knowing that you have to have a COVID test to enter, you have to have a COVID test to leave, and everything is done on site at the hotel. I did see on our way to our hotel, they did have COVID stands throughout the streets of Mexico where you could stop and go get a COVID test and pay $40 to $50. It wasn't expensive. So they were set up pretty much all over the island. So not a whole lot that you had to worry about there. As far as round trip transportation to and from the airport, we did use Viator. I love Viator. I usually do use it for all of my excursions, but this time we did not. The round trip transportation was about $15 per person for the transportation from the airport and to the airport. You are riding on the van with other passengers, but it wasn't squished. Everyone had their own seat. The person helps you get your bags, put them on, take them off. So that was a great option if you're looking for something more affordable as far as transportation goes. We didn't need to rent a car or anything like that, because for our excursions, they also picked us up. So for Explorers Fuego, that was an all-day trip. They picked us up at about 9 or 10 a.m. and they didn't bring us back until 12 a.m. that night. But they picked us up on a luxury charter bus. The food and drinks were included as well for Explorer Fuego. So we didn't need to rent a car or anything like that. Another thing that I forgot to say, for Explorer Fuego, the food was terrible. So that was another reason why we didn't give it a high score, because our hotel was all inclusive and our food was wonderful. So we were kind of expecting the same thing when we got to Explore Fuego, but the food was just not on point. Like, and they had everything you could think of, from a pasta bar to like a grill that was making pork, ribs, like chicken, burgers. They had everything you could think of, but everything was just like tasteless. Like it was not good. So that's why I gave it a 7 out of 10. And honestly, with the food, it made it a 5 out of 10. But like I said, our hotel was all inclusive, so we could eat when we got back. We had room service also that was 24 hours. So even though it was late, it was 12 a.m. when we got back, we ordered us some room service. We got pizza, we got a bottle of wine, and all of that was included in our hotel cost. So I want you to know, like, not only did we have like all access to their late night restaurants, the bars, the bar snack areas, the buffet areas, we had room service 24 hours a day that was free. Like, we didn't have to pay for that. So that's what made that hotel so amazing. Like, our hotel was literally a 10 out of 10. There was nothing I would change or complain about. But when it came to the excursion, I think like it kind of deterred us after our first excursion from going on the camel excursion, because we were like, like, we're not going to waste no more money. Like, we could stay where we're paying to get the best service and not have to worry about being disappointed or wasting any more money. So I will say that everything at our hotel was absolutely amazing. Like I said, the hotel $494, the flight $211. So we spent about about $700 to $800, including the hotel and the flight. With the excursions and our round trip transportation, it was about $900, but we didn't pay for everything all at once. So that's why I say it's good to plan ahead of time. We booked our flights back in September. We didn't have to pay for our hotel until we checked in. We only had to put a one night's deposit down. So that gave us a little bit of time in between. And then as far as excursions, you can book those 24 to 48 hours before the excursion. You don't have to book those ahead of time. So if you're looking to plan a trip outside of the country, I would say allow yourself about 6 months of planning time so that you can break up the cost, and then so that you can get the best prices all the way around. And that's it for my travel vlog. I'm going to upload all the videos, you guys, so that you can see each day by day activity in real time. See the videos and not just an explanation, so you guys can know exactly what I'm talking about. And like I said, y'all talk nice, speak back to me. If you guys want to know anything else about this vacation that we took, leave it in the comment section. I'll do a part 2. And there are more videos, more travel vlogs to come. I hope you guys enjoyed that video or this video, and you enjoyed the clips that are to come. If you guys want to know anything else, make sure you comment, like, subscribe, and tune back in next week for my next video. Thank you, guys. Alrighty, I am just getting to the airport. Went through TSA. Walk into my gate. Brent and Nigel had to check their bags because they decided to check a bag, and both of their bags were overweight. Naja's was overweight 9 pounds. Print bag was overweight 21 pounds. So my tip would be not fly international. I know it's hard for a lot of people. I don't check a bag because that adds like at least an extra hour on your wait time. And if you're a last minute person like me, every minute, second counts. So yeah, I just have a carry-on and then my personal size item. At the airport, our flight has been delayed. It was supposed to leave at 10:30. It's now delayed to, they say 12, but it's probably gonna be more like 12:30. So we're about to take some shots and get this 40 started. My next tip would be if you're a person who travels frequently and you miss a lot of flights, or you just want to shorten your wait time when it comes to checking in, I would invest in TSA pre-check. I think it's anywhere between $80 and $100. And literally, I was the first person in line for TSA. I went right through the line, whereas everybody else, the line was like wrapped around the pole, and they're moving pretty slow because Orlando Airport is a lot slower than Atlanta, I have found out. And then it's a holiday, so the airport is also super packed. As you can see, there's a lot of people here today. So yeah, I would definitely invest in TSA pre-check. So we just landed in Mexico. Oh, okay. Yeah. So we are just trying to okay. Hello, no, thank you. We have just made it to our hotel. We're getting ready to check in. Let's see. I will be giving you guys the grand tour. Shot. Everybody. You good? Did you see that almost fall? I did. Day 2, we're back at the Mustang. And as you can see, we have a spread. All inclusive. Oh yeah, it is. Yeah, I mean, it's all inclusive, so you know. This is our appetizer. Ceviche and tostada tuna. Our random drink choices. Y'all know I'm looking a little crazy, but we are headed on our excursion. We paid for an excursion to the Xcaret. It's Xacaret, and they have a bunch of different activities there. They have zip lining, swimming, ATVs, and everything like that. So we are getting ready to get on the yes, this big bus, and I will see you guys when I get there. All right, we are headed to our excursions. We finally made it to Xcaret. I heard I'm pronounce it. We have 5 activities we can do: swimming, rafting, zip lining, kayaking. What else? Something else. ATV. Oh, ATV. And so we are off. The activity, I think, is a little over 5 hours. We leave at 11 p.m. tonight. So yeah, I'm going. Oh shit. Okay.
I think we should take this picture of you. Not you recording.
We should do what? No?
I think we should take this picture right here.
Oh my gosh. We can't be quitters. Oh, we got it.
She said this is 35 minutes.
Oh, you go all the way. It keeps going?
Yes, you go. The end is the water slide.
Oh, shit. Yeah, this is dangerous. Definitely wouldn't like this. I should have brought my other iPhone.
No, seriously. Oh, something on my left. I got you. I'll be the cameraman, so you'll be in it. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm like, oh, was that a flash for a picture?
It's okay, I'll email it to you guys.
Look, now me just walking through your
like,
picture. I'm so sorry. I'm like, wait a minute. I'm like, the picture's starting already?
It's the magic of Mexico's technology. They know who you are.
I said, not the photo pass active already. Got me looking crazy. They pulling the Disney. Pictures be so crazy. Yeah. No, tonight I might order room service for the fuck of it.
Oh, and they are 20
Yeah. And let me just say this. I ain't gonna go down. Okay. That's all shit like that. Bitch, I got my foot on the brake. I don't even got my foot on the gas right now. Lord. All the way down.
ordered the steak. I don't know what's under there, but it looks good. You guys, it's our final dinner. We're at the Italian restaurant again. This is all inclusive, so you're not gonna pay for any of this. We just ordered room service. It's our last night. One of those, just be one of those. This is our cheesecake, allegedly. We don't know. Fortunately, this is our last day in Cancun, our final breakfast. How's your overall? How was the trip?
Girl, you gotta prep them for that. You can't get them dry like that. All right, so overall, I mean, just look at the view.
Yeah, we eating breakfast on the ocean. I would say overall the hotel was definitely like a 10 out of 10.
I would say 11. Like, the service when us was amazing. Like, I mean, I felt like royalty from the time I checked in to the time I left. It wasn't ghetto until we left the island. Insert clip here.
That part.
Back is broken. But this resort, like, you don't need to leave. You don't need to leave. It is pretty far out, but that's because you don't need to leave. They have everything you need right here. Philadelphia Play Mart sponsor.
Come vacate in Cancun, period.